Hi folks, welcome back to Quest for Glory 5. I'm Alec. It is day 4 in Silmaria, and we're trying to get money, right? But we also said we were going to take a look at this island. We walked out of Silmaria, out of the docks, and this is what we found. I think I've already looked at a few things here, but let's go check it out. What's happening over here? I'm pretending to not know, even though I do know, because Conrad wouldn't know. It's tricky. It's tricky. Once I get to other games where I'm actually doing a blind playthrough, it should be more easy to actually roleplay, which is what I'm trying to do. Alright, it's a very calm palm for such a balmy day. I kid you not, I think each of these palm trees has something different. This palm is so pathetic, all it ever has is blind dates. This is obviously a stock rock from our prop department. This shoreline forms a path along the steep sea cliffs on one side and the rising cliff wall on the other. This plant is firmly in place. Wait, this appears so well constructed, it is clearly a pier without pier. So we have some kind of contraption here. This looks very modern, doesn't it, for Quest for Glory? So what's going on here? This is really weird. And then it just zoomed us in. So we have some kind of windmill. Curious about that, which we can't look at. Steady sea breezes enable the metal windmill to power the control room. Then we have a lever. This mechanical device has a lever on the left side. A section extends into the windmill's gears, and a section extends back into the control room. You know what this is reminding me of is like Longest Journey, kind of. This looks like some sort of crank that has rusted on its chain. Like, you can barely see that, by the way. That's not like my video settings. It's just really dark. Okay, so we have a lever. We have another lever here. This support seems to deal with the mechanics of the nearby brake box. So this is a brake box. Then we have maybe instructions on the side here. This building seems to house some of the gears and machinery leading from the windmill to the cable car pulleys. Okay, let's take a look at this sign. Welcome to Science Island. To activate cable car, 1. Release gears on windmill, then release the brake, set brake as gondola arrives, enter gondola, release brake again. Okay, so first we need to do the windmill. I think that's this, right? Let's try it. Okay, you pull the lever to re-engage the gears of the windmill. Conrad's putting 2 and 2 together. This is our first real puzzle, actually, of the game. Release the brake. That's this. Sam on the lever. This lever looks like it affects the machinery leading from the control box below and out to the overhanging pole. You assess that it probably switches something in some way. In some way. Okay. Let's pull the lever. The lever doesn't want to move. The lever seems to be stuck firmly in place. Well, we're going to have to use our massive muscles. With a surge of strength, you force the lever to move. Unfortunately, you feel a snap and the lever flips out of your hands. Well, how are we going to do this now? We need some kind of replacement lever. What is this pulley? Can I actually use this? You pull on the ring, but the chain is taut and the ring doesn't move. Can we take this lever? No, that just turns that off. Okay. So I don't think we have anything in our inventory besides our sword, which we could try, I guess. Nothing happens. So we're gonna need some kind of lever replacement. So to repair this, since we just broke this. Alright, well, nothing like that for now, but we need some kind of long, thin object. I have an idea, actually. And it might be an idea, but it also might just be me recalling how to actually do this puzzle. My idea is this. We go buy a spear from the weapon seller. What's his name? I don't know, but the centaur guy. And we use that instead. So we have 95 drachmas. Not amazing. But we're curious about this. I think Folus, that's his name.
So what do you want?
I think I want a spear, my friend.
I'm busy. I'm always busy.
Okay.
I'll be glad to tell you about my weapons once you show me the dough. You won't find a better weapon than the ones I sell.
He's so intense. I love it. Okay, so I'm thinking we buy a spear. That's nearly half of our wealth. So it's a bit of a risk to get this, but I'm gonna buy it anyway. This spear can be used in close combat, even underwater. Let's actually bargain with him. Get it for a little bit cheaper.
It's worth a lot more than you're offering. Pay me this.
No. How about 30?
You're sure cheap. I'm not taking less than this for it.
I think you will. 35, maybe?
You're sure cheap.
Okay.
I'm not taking less. We got a deal.
Alright, there we go. So 36. Decent amount. Look, every coin counts, I would say, at this point. Alright, well, let's go try this spear. This is actually my only idea. So if this doesn't work, then I think we're just out of luck for now. Alright, let's just run back down there. And see if this works, because Conrad is very curious, right? He wants to know what's going on over here. I don't know if this is actually even part of Silmaria, since it's located outside the spear. I think I have to do this. Sheets, right? Alright, try this. There's a slight jerk as the spear sets into place. It seems to fit perfectly. How did Folus know that? He's in cahoots. Alright, so now we do this. You have no problem adjusting this brake lever, because it's a spear. And then when the gondola, when this arrives, we need to break it. So like, right there. Boom. Okay, cool. Let's go in here. Guess we can't look at that? Guess we're... okay. Now we have to re-engage this lever somehow, and luckily we picked up some rocks. So let's throw the rocks at here. Oh, looks like we missed, to be honest. I guess this is a way to filter out people who are too dumb, right? To even get to this island. Oh, so it auto brakes once you get over here. Okay, cool. And we got points for that, actually. So let's take a look around. Science Island looks like it was built upon an artificial platform supported by huge pylons. It's quite an engineering feat. So what's this, like a huge slide or something? This ramp would make a very dangerous diving platform considering the cables below. You wonder what its purpose is. This narrow tower might be a chimney to carry the heat of a furnace below. It's made of brick, so it won't catch on fire and become a towering inferno. This curiously shaped building is rather enigmatic and inconclusive, because it's shaped like a cone. This very narrow tower makes a handy barometer. If it is wet, then the air pressure is low. Okay, this looks like an enormous gear. There's like some kind of crane here, I guess. This circular platform has an unfathomable purpose. This odd combination of pulleys, chains, metal bars, and a mechanical claw is obviously designed to move. There's something flashing here. This seems to be some sort of display screen for information about a science quiz. It's kind of reminding me of Dr. Cranium, actually. A little bit of a test. Welcome to the Academy of Science. You too can have a career as a successful research assistant for a brilliant scientist. Please take the simple science quiz to enter. Do serious research. Alright, let's take the test. What is the purpose of science? So, to explore new worlds and new civilizations, a quote from Star Trek? No, probably not that. Maybe it actually is that. Or to discover the true meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Maybe it's one of these two. To find out what dimension the missing socks go to when they're washed. To provide telepathic communication with ants. I don't think it's that. I'm gonna pick two. Correct. A true scientist would be willing to hitchhike to the end of the galaxy for answers. Okay, so it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Sweet. Okay, so each time we answer a question correctly, that gear will rotate. It looks like there was a gap in the gears, so if we answer enough questions, it should reveal a doorway of some kind. What is the goal of the true scientist? To get tenure at a major university and be set for life. To impress babes with your towering intellect. To plot to take over the world. All of the above. Let's go with all of the above. Correct. A scientist has a diverse portfolio of desires and goals. Conrad's feeling pretty good about himself. 2 for 2. What does every scientist need? To be able to spell Beetlejuice. To be able to tell the difference between a hawk and a handsaw. A diploma from the Academy of Science in Silmaria. Probably that, right? Or a perpetual motion machine. Let's go with this. You are definitely a degree above the ordinary. That's 3 for 3. Conrad's like, why didn't I just become a wizard? What is a quark? A bartender on a space station. I think this is Deep Space Nine reference, which I haven't seen, and I've been told I really need to see this, but I haven't seen it. I'm actually stuck in a TNG watch through at the moment, nearly at the end of season 1. A measure of weight, a particle of an atom. I think it's all the above. A true scientist looks for all the answers. Okay. Why is science essential? Without science, the world would be destroyed by ignorance and superstition. It keeps scientists employed. Were it not for science, gravity wouldn't exist and everyone would fly around everywhere. All of the above. I'm gonna go with all the above again. Oh man, tried to outsmart this test, did you? Gotcha. And then it resets. That was not the correct answer. You will have to do better than that. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just rewinds 1. What is the essence of the scientist? A profound mind in a round body. Brains, brilliance, and a body that won't quit. An incredible intellect and a flair for the savoir-faire. Subtlety and a bad temper. I'm gonna go with B. Oh man. Scientists are immune to flattery. However, I like the way you think. Well, so much for our superior intelligence. That was your second wrong answer. Maybe you were just not cut out to be a scientist. What is the Academy of Science? The domain where trained brains are disdained. A gathering place. Wow, these are long answers. A gathering place for the greatest minds. A training zone for towering intellects. And an excellent and exciting environment for experiments. The best place in the world to be. Probably that. A collection of backbiting, plagiarizing, criticizing crazy old coots who think they should rule the world. Now I feel like I'm getting in trouble for trying to flatter them. So maybe I shouldn't pick that. A place for people who have no lives tell other people how to run their lives. I'm gonna go with this. Alright. We've obviously come to the right place. We're close. We're close now. What is magic? Superstitious hogwash. Ludicrous legerdemain, deceiving weak and shallow minds. An irrational ideology of incredible idiocy. All of the above. Science shall send superstitious stupidity to oblivion. Okay, one more, I think. What is a lab assistant? An underpaid undergraduate with delusions of tenure. A bright young student with a brilliant career in the tremendous field of science research. The person whose brilliant thoughts and studious research gets plagiarized by the professor. Chief petri dish and bottle washer. Well, I'm gonna try 2. Alright, congratulations and welcome to the Academy of Science. The movement of the giant gear now reveals an open door into the Science Academy. Congratulations, you are now able to try to be a scientist. Lucky guy. I do feel lucky. Let's go in. So, I don't know if you guys recall this, but this was actually foreshadowed by Dr. Cranium in Quest for Glory 4. I'm just saving here because I don't want to do the quiz again. He actually mentioned this. We're probably going to end up spending most of the day here, to be honest, because there's a lot to look at. The inside of this Academy of Science seems very dark and gloomy. These lights are awfully high up. Some graffiti on the ceiling reads, "If I reached them, it was by standing on the shoulders of giants." There's no wick for the rested. Wow. Is this a pie chart or a pizza? Remember how obsessed they are with pizza? Artichoke and anchovy pizza. Crunchy crust, tomato sauce, interesting anchovies, smooth artichokes, melted cheese, an anchovy and artichoke pizza, the ultimate combination of ingredients. Interesting. So we could actually have bought an artichoke pizza from Maroc, the merchant, but I don't know where anchovies are, but this is something to keep in mind maybe. If we find some anchovies. Here's another console of some kind. The bright flickering green screen hurts your eyes a little as it displays test questions. Do we want to take a test right now? We'll come back to this maybe. What's this? This looks like a ladder to me. Is it? No. Okay. Alright. What else do we have? Oh. Someone up here. It kind of looks like Frankenstein up there. We're going to explore the ground floor before we go up there, though, I think. Noxious and innocuous chemicals share the shelves of this small chemistry set. Dig into that. You'd best not mess with such things. People might think you are mad. Okay, what's this? A positron microscope sits in this corner of the room. Oh, there's someone here, so maybe we should actually talk to him before we do anything else. But let's take a peek.
Please do not touch the equipment. It is delicate and should not be touched by anyone other than a true scientist.
I thought we passed the test, though. Who's this guy? Interesting furniture. The top is smooth, but oddly shaped. There is a subtle repetitive pattern in the grain. This must be the famed periodic table. This distinguished scientist seems to be a pleasant and reasonable eccentric.
Greetings. You must be looking for a successful career as a lab assistant for extremely important scientists. You come at a good time. All you need to do is pass the final test on the screen over there. Then you can start your training. I am Dr. Pretorius. I shall be your mentor and advisor. Gort, over there, is my senior lab assistant. We'll make a true scientist out of you.
Gort? Maybe that's that Frankenstein guy? Okay, so I guess we're not a true scientist yet. We have to do one more quiz. Let's greet him.
You mean you are not here to become a famous scientist? I'm afraid I'm very busy right now and have no time for salesmen, reporters, adventurers, or other riffraff.
He's not impressed.
I am head scientist and instructor at the Academy of Sciences here in Silmaria. Most of the scientists are on sabbatical right now. There was a little disagreement about one of the experiments. However, we are fully operational as an educational facility.
Little disagreement. Classic. Probably another reason they didn't have to animate too many people.
You are wise to ask that. Pizza is the essence of scientific principles. A well-designed pizza is like a well-designed experiment, balanced and planned in every aspect. The crust must be crisp and to the point, like the hypothesis one seeks to prove by experimentation. The sauce must be the careful combination of the various substances distilled to their essence, like the exploration of a hypothesis of the experimentation. The cheese must be binding, like the culmination of the exploration of a hypothesis of the experimentation. The anchovies and artichokes, which are necessary for the truly well-designed pizza, are there because they happen to be my favorite pizza toppings.
Okay, that's another reference to the anchovies and artichokes, so how much you want to bet we're going to need to give this guy some kind of bribe? Not a bribe, just a trade. Okay, science.
Science is the application of mathematics and reasoning towards solving the problems of the universe. For example, one could say that the flare of the hypothesis is equal to the sum of the glares on the opposite sides. Unless, of course, you consider that to be triangular reasoning.
Okay.
Other than a slight speech impediment, Gort is the perfect example of the self-made man. He is the very model of the Aristotelian ideal. Just look at that splendid cranium capacity. You will not find a finer specimen anywhere.
Okay, well, we'll have to go talk to him for ourselves, I'd say. Science Island.
Science Island was constructed by careful scientific processes. It has all the necessary elements for research. A microscope for the minuscule and a telescope to explore the cosmos. There is a platform designed to land flying machines and a crane to retrieve subsea surface vehicles. There is also a slide for launching upper orbital artificial satellites. Unfortunately, most of those things haven't been invented yet.
Stuff to keep in mind, right? The crane that we saw outside, and then the slide, and the landing platform. Okay, I think that's it then.
When you come to the revelation that science is the ultimate adventure of a lifetime, you may return here to begin your academic career.
I don't know if anyone actually has studied science, like higher science, but is this a stereotype? Probably. Most scientists are probably really chill, right? Okay, what's this? A long brush is held in place by a lavish Bavarian gripping mechanism. This must be the famous broom Hilda. What's that a joke about? I don't know. The brick furnace does a lousy job of heating the room. Most of the heat is vented away by the long pipe. Then again, it might be used for some sort of arcane science experiment. This long pipe vents the smoke from the furnace out of the room. It looks exhausting. Several huge pipes of unknown purpose run the height of this room. You thought you were clever, but you can't guess what they are for. Oh, canny boy, the pipes. The pipes are galling you. Oh my god. The last time you saw pipes this big was in a Cheech and Chong movie. Okay, I think that's it. So we need to go take this quiz. Let's go give it a shot and just see if we can do it right off the bat. So you want to be a scientist. It takes real brains to wrestle quadratic equations. If you believe you have what it takes to be a successful scientist, take this simple test. You too can be formulating theorems of the universe in no time. Do you guys remember the quadratic formula? I think I actually do. Do I? Negative b plus or minus the square root of 4 a squared minus AC all over 2a, something like that. It's close. I hope that's not on the test. Anatomy. Name part of the skeletal structure. Funny you didn't think science was humorous. Get this right or you get a sternum lecture. You've never met a tarsal you didn't like. All of the above. Those are all bones, right? Geology. What is gneiss? Well, it's a type of rock. A foliated metamorphic rock. A resort city in France. Nice. What is nice? A cold lemonade on a hot day. Okay, it's this. Geometry. What is a polygon? These are actually real questions. Wow. Something that removes polyunsaturated fat from food. An X-parrot. Like poly one. A cracker. A closed plane figure bounded by straight lines. I'm gonna say C. Alright. Yep, they're trying to trick us. Name a star. Mel Gibson. Betelgeuse. The Crab Nebula. Sol. Sol is the only one, right? Betelgeuse is misspelled, and the Crab Nebula is a nebula. Chemistry. What is a solution? The result when a substance is homogeneously mixed with a liquid. Yes. The answer to the previous question. That is also a solution. When there can be but one U-tion. It's A. Okay, congratulations, you've successfully passed the test. You are fully qualified as a lab assistant. Password. Your secret scientific laboratory access code is science. Okay. Not very secret. They need lesson in cybersecurity. So I don't know where to input that password necessarily, but let's take a look around. This weird contraption is labeled Flying Machine Prototype 1. Some assembly required. It reminds you of the stories of the flying wings of Icarus and Daedalus. Most people probably know that myth. but Icarus flew too close to the sun. Daedalus was his father. They tried to escape using wings made of feathers and wax, beeswax. And it looks like we could do something with this.
Please do not touch
Okay.
the equipment. It is delicate and should not be touched by anyone other than a true scientist.
He got mad. Maybe now that we've passed the test. Nope, it doesn't really do anything. So let's go up this way. Whoa. That was a weird camera shift. Okay, so this goes to this slide. Why don't we just see what happens? It's too far away for you to reach. Alright, I guess we can't just die there. Alright, so this goes out to that slide. And then what's this? A small elevator sits in this corner of the room. A brass plate bolted to the base shows it was made by the Otis Levitator Company. Otis Levitator? And we've been practicing with the Adventurers Guild. That's why we're able to do that. It's just a treadmill. So who's this guy? This tall man is strangely proportioned and has an odd complexion.
Please do not touch the equipment. It is delicate.
Alright, spacebar skips that. He's blocking something here. This panel says, access to secret laboratory. Interesting use of the word secret in this context, no? Alright, so I don't think we can do anything with this. You can't get to the panel control. Gort blocks your way. Alright, so this is Gort. He doesn't speak. But I guess at some point he'll move. We can go see what that is. These lights... Yeah, we already read that. What's this? It's a powerful telescope, or an upside-down microscope. You just hope it's not one of those trick telescopes that puts a black ring around the viewer's eye. Let's check it out. You know, it's kind of hard to see things through the telescope in the daytime. It's just too bright. Okay, maybe we can come back here at night. Various things you could do with this bench. Mark, press, or warm it. Yes, very good. Okay, and let's check out this entrance too. And we're out here on the crane. There's like another gondola down here, so maybe it's possible to actually get that gondola and put it on here. I see another glowing console here. Crane extension. How far does this go? So we can extend it 100, and we can rotate it probably 100 as well. Well, when in doubt, just go 50-50. Try to close it. Run. Okay, so we need to extend this more than that. Oh, the extension is actually, I think, how far the rope is dropping. So let's try that again. Need to rotate it a little bit more, I think. But the extensions seem to be good. Actually, wait a second. Try this. Yep, alright. Actually, I think we might... Feels very close. But do we need to keep it open first? Extend it all the way. Okay, that looks correct. Open it. Oh! That looks really very close. I think now let's try the closed. This seems correct. Hell yeah. Okay. The crane automatically places the winged gondola upon the platform. So this has wings. So what can we do with this? The winged gondola is lightweight, although it is too bulky to be carried around. The wings are too small to be of any use, except maybe for steering. All in all, there's not much you can do with it right now. Okay. Well, did something anyway. So we're going to need to come back here, I think, for some other stuff. Main thing is, we need to keep an eye out for artichokes. Sorry, anchovies. We know where artichokes are. So we'll come back here at nighttime, I guess. Cool. I guess we could wait until nighttime and just see if we could look through the telescope, because it's actually almost nighttime anyway. Should we just do that? Just hang out here? Let's see. Let's go check out this telescope now.
Please do not touch the equipment.
Nope. Doesn't want us to do it. So maybe we need to wait for that guy to leave. Alright, well, we'll come back another time. Interesting stuff. I think Conrad is, like, impressed by science, but he's kind of amused as well. I guess, yeah, it's not actually nighttime. So what are we going to do with the rest of our day? We could go to the arena. We did bet some money on, I think it's Magnum Opus versus Kokeeno. We don't even know who that is, so it might actually be worth going to see that. We were going to go explore outside of Samara, but I think we spent the whole day at Science Island. So we won't do that, probably. Let's go see our fight. Let's go watch the fight. I was gonna go back to the dead parrot, but I feel like I've done that so much now. But it is really the only way to make money in town. Like, we would need to go out of town to hunt some monsters, which we probably should do. I don't even know what's out there. So let's go to the arena. Yeah, maybe we'll visit Erasmus as well, because we can ask him about this toolkit. Like, we haven't been asking enough people about this toolkit. Is the magic shop closed? Does this guy stay open late? Huh. Oh, cool.
Welcome again to the magic shop.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I can teach him a spell? Wow.
Welcome, wizard, to a place of magic. The magic that you really need more than new spells is to make yourself a new magical staff. I will be happy to aid you in this, but first you must find some magical wood.
A staff? We already have a sword, but I guess a staff would be cool too.
No wizard should be without one. A magical staff is an important tool for spellcasting. I do not know where you can find such a wonder as magical wood around here. I made my staff from the same wood as you did when you made your first staff. I too went to the heart of the world in Tarna. However, I am certain you will know magical wood when you find it.
So, I guess if you're a wizard in Quest for Glory 3, you can make a staff. And you would do that in the heart of the world, which is that huge tree. We didn't actually do that, so Shakra's confused. But, you know, happens to the best of us. I know I'm impressive.
I sense the magic is strong within you. You are a very powerful wizard now. If I can aid you in any way, please let me know.
Well, I think I can aid you.
Most of the spells I sell here are spells you probably know already. After all, you and I both learned some of them from my mother, Krisha.
Okay. Oh, I can teach him these. These are spells that we learned in the last game, Aura and Frostbite, so what happens if I teach him? Oh, he's gonna give me money for this. Oh, wow. Well, let's charge him. 300.
I'm afraid your price is beyond my means. Perhaps you will accept this.
Whoa, this is great. We need this cash, actually.
I am not wealthy, and I can only offer you this much for the spell.
No, come on.
You are most reasonable.
I think he's done.
Perhaps we can agree upon this. I will accept no less than the price I have set.
Okay.
I will accept no less than
234.
the price. This
Look
is
at that.
acceptable.
Look at that.
We
Let's try that again. We'll teach him both.
I'm afraid your price is beyond my means. Perhaps you will accept this amount.
No.
I am not wealthy.
I know how
and
much
I
you're
can
willing
only
to.
offer you this much.
234,
you are most
right?
Reasonable. Perhaps we can agree upon this. I will accept no less than the price I have set.
Okay. Well,
This is acceptable. We have a deal.
so we are actually now halfway to the money we need. Oh wait, I was going to show him this toolkit.
This seems to be a set of tools related to lockpicking. You say that you found this at the bank. Perhaps you should show this to Erasmus. He may be able to tell you more than I. He has a few spells that let him judge the past of an object.
Okay. All right. So that's a lead towards Erasmus. We need to book it to the arena. I don't know if we're gonna make it in time to see our match. Go. Go. Get up there. Go. I think the match is at 8 p.m. And I think we bet on Magnum Opus because we saw that Kokeeno was kind of a wimp. Well, let's talk to him anyway and just give him our best wishes.
Tonight I shall fight against the Roman gladiator, Magnum Opus. He is a formidable opponent. However, I will stand victorious against this braggart.
Braggart. Okay, well, good luck.
Efaristo, stranger. It shall be a good contest.
Is there... Can I talk to Magnum Opus? You feel movement inside this barrel and decide not to... Oh, okay. 5 drachmas to watch the fight. Let's go in. This is going to be our first glimpse
My greetings to all of you.
of Magnum Opus.
Welcome to the arena and tonight's spectacle of deadly combat. Tonight, the champion of this contest is someone most...
Yeah, we know that. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I, Kokeeno Pukamiso, shall defend the honor of the guards of Silmaria.
to challenge our champion comes a deadly warrior. I summon Magnum Opus to battle.
I, Magnum Opus, brilliant tactician and strategist, shall demonstrate to all in Silmaria that I am unsurpassed in my combat skills. I shall defeat all who challenge me. Ave Ferrari. I, who shall make my opponent die, salute you.
May the contest begin!
All right, let's go. We're counting on Magnum here. Oh my gosh, he's got some moves. Kokeeno's not good, is he? So, wow.
Tonight's victory belongs to Magnum Opus.
There he is, basking in his glory. Well, we did bet on Magnum Opus, so we also won some money there. Cool. Well, we can drop by the Dead Parrot later if we have time, just to pick up our winnings. But let's go talk to Erasmus about this toolkit since we got that tip. Examine the platform. carefully studying this contraption, you are certain that magic was used to create this area. Even the pillars have a strangeness about them. Kick it. What? That's all you have to do. Ooh, and that's actually my time. So, this is where we will stop, I think. Okay, so we're just about to go back to Erasmus.
He that wishes to pass through me first must answer questions 3. What is your name?
Okay, we'll just do this and then we'll stop. So we have a few options here. Putantane, ask me again and I'll say the same. I don't know what that's a reference to. Robin the Not So Brave from Monty Python and King Arthur of Pendragon. Oh no, not again. I should say this because this is a callback to Quest of Glory 1. But I'm going to say Conrad. Let's not lie.
What is your quest?
Well, to save Silmaria.
What is the meaning of life?
To save money. To respect great wizards and fulfill their every desire. This is a stupid question. Okay, not 42. Yeah, let's just butter them up.
You are correct. You may pass.
Ooh. Other than a slight dizziness at the height and the potential for falling, there isn't any true danger right now. So here's Erasmus's place, somehow, above Silmaria. Okay, so next time we'll go in and we'll talk to Erasmus. Ask Erasmus about Toolkit, and then we'll see how much time we have left and maybe collect our winnings from that fight. Don't forget, we have to fight tomorrow on day 5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go... We actually do need to go to the Dead Parrot because I want to bet some money on myself. I want to bet a lot of money, actually. This is how we're going to make most of our money, I think. Because Kokeeno is a wimp, so we're definitely going to beat him. Alright, folks. Thanks for watching. I will see you next time.